What's up you guys, hope you're all doing good and welcome to our Dream Dot channel. For those who are visiting our channel for the first time, let me quickly introduce myself. I'm Jagdish, a software developer with around 10 years of experience. So far in our channel, we have discussed about some of the basics of Java programming, and if you have missed any of those videos, don't forget to go and check it out in our channel. So today we thought of taking the bottom-up approach, in the sense rather than discussing the concept at first and explaining a program, we thought of taking a program in the first place and explain you some concepts related to the program lately. So the program that we are going to consider today is going to give us an output of this format. So this is what is called as a number pyramid, and how can we frame this number pyramid in Java. So our ultimate end result is going to look something like this. Before going or jumping into the program, what is the main purpose, like why should we write this number pyramid program? There are multiple reasons for this, but lately, like whenever you go and attend an interview or any programming challenges or any aptitude or written contests related to Java programs or any interviews, lately they have been asking the candidates to write some logics or algorithms or programs for building the number pyramids. So it can be in any platform, like it could be in C or C++ or in Java, but the ultimate base for all these number pyramids lies in a simple concept called as loops in Java, or usage of nested loops in Java. So we're going to talk about that today. So let's not waste much time on this. So this is the ultimate end result of this particular program, and let's try to straight away start doing the code. So let's try to create a new class called as hello pyramid class, and don't forget to checking the public static void main. So this is our hello pyramid class, and before that, so let the number of rows that we try to create, let it be 2 rows for now, that it will ease your understanding, and later let's increase the number of rows. So first I'm going to use a for loop. So if it doesn't know what is a for loop or loop in Java, you can go and check out our channel. We have made an extensive video of what is looping in, what is the usage of the for loop. So here we are straight away using the for loop. I equals 1, I'm initializing this variable, and the condition I'm using as I less than or equal to rows and I plus plus. So this is for printing the number of rows. So we have taken 2 rows, so 2 times this iteration will happen. Secondly, we have to bring in the numbers inside that particular pyramid. So first I need to bring in 1, then I have to bring in 1, 2, then I have to bring in 1, 2, 3. So further I need to write in one other loop inside this loop, which is called as the nested for loop. For this I am going to use one other variable, int k equals 1, and k should be less than or equal to I and k plus plus. And I need to print as sysO, I need to print in the value of k followed by 1 space. Why did I write this particular for loop? In the sense, first iteration I will be equal to 1, k will be equal to 1, so 1 will get printed. Second iteration I will be equal to 2, so that this particular loop will run 2 times. So 1 and 2 will get printed. Third iteration, this inner loop will run 3 times. So 1, 2 and 3 will get printed. Just I have to print in the value of k. And now let us try to run this particular program. If I run this program, so output will look something like this. Our input is only 2 rows. So first row is 1 and second row is 1, 2. Yes, we are slowly approaching towards our end result. To make it much more clearer, let's try to leave some space between the rows. So here at the end of this one, let me try to print in sysO.out.println. Let me try to print the sample space. And now if I run this particular program, it will come something like this, 1 and 1, 2. Okay, which means that I'm leaving a space after each row is getting printed. And now there is a problem. As far as the pyramid is concerned, this 1 and 2 should come in the same row, but for us it is happening in the next line. To avoid that, what should we do? It is very simple. In Java, we have been using system.out.println for printing any statements. The purpose of println is nothing but it will print it and it will bring the cursor to the next line for printing the next one, next data. So that is the purpose of this ln. If you remove this ln, then everything will get printed on the same line. Now if I run this particular program, it gets printed like this, 1 and 1, 2. Now let's try to increase the number of rows. So now if I try to print in 5 rows, the output will look something like this: 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Has the end result been achieved? No. This does not look like, it looks like a pyramid, but this looks like a half pyramid. But exactly what you're looking is something of this kind. So for that we need to add spaces in the front. So how are we going to achieve it? How are we going to achieve adding the spaces? So for that I'm going to use one other for loop just for adding the spaces for framing this pyramid. So int j equals rows, and j should be greater than, j should be, I'm trying to experiment a logic, so because I don't know this particular program by heart, I'm just trying to think and write. So j should be equal to rows, and first time it should give 5 spaces, then it should give 4 spaces. So j should be greater than or equal to I, and I'm going to decrement j, and I'm trying to print a space. Now if I try to run this particular program, let's check what will happen. Yes, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's try to make it as print in the same line, run as Java application. Yes, you have got the pyramid. If I try to run it as print ln, the issue we had before is nothing but it is trying to print the space one below the other. So that was a problem. So if I remove this ln and if I try to print it, all the spaces will happen in the same line. So first time it printed 5 spaces, then 4 spaces, 3 spaces, 2 spaces, and 1 space. So first we use this outer for loop. Let me explain this program once again to you. So this program we can split it into 3 parts. First for loop, the outer for loop, is for the number of iterations in null. That is based on the number of rows. Second for loop, it is for writing in the number of spaces. So it is for giving the number of spaces. And the first for loop is for the total number of rows. Total number of rows. And this for loop is for printing the numbers. Printing the numbers. And this one is for leaving the spaces or a new line. Okay, leaving spaces between the rows. Leaving spaces between the rows. So this is the ultimate purpose of all the statements that we have written. But if you wanted to take the input using the keyboard, like here we have straight away given the number of rows as 5. Okay, suppose if you wanted to take the input from keyboard, there is a concept in Java called as scanner. So scanner sc equals new scanner of system.in, and you can write something like enter the number of rows, and now I can take int rows equal to that scanner dot next of int. So now let us see how this program will get executed. Now if I try to run this particular program, so first it will ask me enter the number of rows. If I enter the number of rows as 10, whatever I enter over here, that particular integer value will be assigned to the rows. And if I enter, it will take the rows as 10, and 10 rows pyramid has got formed. And if you wanted to build a much more bigger pyramid, so run one other time and you can enter the number of rows as 20, and a much more bigger pyramid will get formed. So all you have to do is use of nested for loops. So you don't have to test the code and it will build on its own. So let me reiterate what we have learnt in this program. So we went with a bottom-up approach. We started with the idea of building the number pyramid, but we ended up learning lots of concepts in Java called as usage of nested for loops in Java, how we can use the loops in different ways, how we can print the values in the same line by making use of print statements, and how can we get the input from the keyboard. So as you all know, we have made use of 3 for loops over here. The outer for loop is for entering the number of rows, and the next for loop is for bringing in the number of spaces for each row, and the next one is for printing the array. So printing the numbers in that particular row. So maybe you can just try it out in your local, and it will work perfectly. So next time we will try to meet you with a much more interesting program, and through that we will try to explain you more concepts in Java. Hope you found this video informative and helpful, and if you really found this video informative, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. And if you have any questions related to Java programming, you can comment it out in the comment section. We'll reply you out, or we'll make a video for it. Thank you.